Hello, today is October 4th. Yesterday was my parents' 65th wedding anniversary. Yay for them. So happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. Dad's not joining us today because they were treated to a nice hotel in Manhattan. We bought them a little present. All right. So you're gonna sit in your chair. Let's go all the way to the back. Take some breaths. Good. I'm gonna do a little teeny short lecture here about breathing. First, okay. So sometimes I see this in my practice where people will only breathe to here. This is as far as they can get with their breathing. And you really want to try and get all the way down here. So if you put your hands here and see if you can breathe down into your fingertips. So nice inhale down to the fingertips. And then easy exhale. You don't have to force the air out, but you do have to draw the air in. So you have to pull it down. Inhale. And exhale. And breathe. Did it just say my internet connection was not stable? Inhale. And exhale. Now let's go here on the sides. If you can get your hands on the ribs on the sides, let's try to expand the ribs outwards to the side. Inhale. And then you're just going to use your palms just to gently press the ribs inward. And again, breathe. Two more. One more time. And then we're going to do chest and back. So trying to get one of your hands behind you towards your lower back and one here on your sternum. And then we're going to send the breath into those two locations. 4 times. 3. 1 more. Hands on the knees. Go ahead and let the spine round backwards. And then chest forward. And exhale, round spine backwards. So from the side, it would look like this. Spine forward, spine back, forward. One more time, back and forward. Good, drop the arms, bend the elbows, lift the arms up, bring the arms in front of you and then open and around you. So I want you to do that movement again with your spine. So as your arms close, you flex your spine. As you open, you extend it. Flex and extend. So we're exercising the heart, closing the lungs and the ribs around the heart, and then opening them up. One more time. And open. Good. Drop the hands down and just roll the shoulders up and back. 2 more. 4 and 5. Good. Twist, take the right hand, place it on the inside of that knee. Go ahead and push on that knee just a little bit to bring your body around. Big breath here. Switch to the other side. Feel your breathing, how it changes when you're twisted. So you want to inhale in the twisted position. One more each way. Don't get dizzy. And back. Good. All right, I'm going to lean back against the chair. I'm pretty much right up against, my hips are pretty much right up against the back side here. So just straighten and bend the right leg. Thigh can stay on the chair. Up and down. Last 2. We'll leave the leg lifted and you're gonna rotate. So if you put your hand on your thigh, you'll be able to feel your leg bone twist in and out. And your foot can be flexed if you want, or it can be relaxed. 2 more. Good, leg down, let's go the other side. Up and down. This is my grumpy knee. This side of my body tends to be a little bit grumpier than this side. 1 more. Then we'll stay up and you'll twist in and out. Put your hand on your leg so you can feel that up here. It's in the hip. Last 2. Last 1. Leg goes down. Good. My weights are down there next to my feet, so I'm going to roll down there and get them. And then come on back up, and we'll start with some bicep curls. So you're going to bend and straighten your arms. I'm going to give myself a little bit more light here, so you guys keep going. From your elbows, you're going to bend and straighten. That's better. See my face. Bend and straighten. Mm-hmm. 2 more. And then we'll go into a 90-degree angle position with the elbows. Now you're going to open the elbows, the hands to the side. Elbows stay next to you and close. You can come across and your weights can touch. Open and in. Open and close. Get this really nice little expansion here at the collarbone. The back of the shoulders kick in. It's kind of nice. You can even move your spine a little bit. So as the elbows or the hands open, the spine can pop forward a little bit like we did a moment ago. And then you can kind of flex the spine a little bit. So everything kind of moves together. And where's your breathing? Here's your exhale. Here's your inhale. So my head just follows the rest of my spine. I'm not dropping my head down. It just follows the rest of the spine. 1 more time. Open and close. Good. Rest the weights on your legs. Take your right arm. Test this without a weight. So lift and down. Up to the shoulder and down. So if you add the weight, is your shoulder going to be okay? That's my question. So see if that's okay. Just to the shoulder. And then we'll hold up here and we'll do that twist of the arm bone like we did of our leg. So all the way up into the shoulder joint, you're going to twist. 2 more. One more time, arm comes down, okay? Now I'm gonna just let this hand go over here, this arm go over here. I'm gonna add this leg in, this opposite leg. So as my right arm comes up, my left leg is gonna straighten. So we're gonna straighten and down, straighten. Two more. Good. So let's try the rotation of the leg and the arm at the same time. So straighten, rotate, rotate. Whee. 3. Working in the joint. 4 and 5 and down. Good. Other side. Test it. See if it's okay. Straight out in front of you, down, straight out in front of you. Add the weight if you want. Lift. Up. Up. Not going much higher than my shoulder. Last 2. Stay there. Rotate. 5 times. So it's not just the hand that turns, it's the whole arm. 4 and 5 and arm down. Here we go, straighten this leg, same time. Up and down. So you can drop the arm off the side or you can just leave it resting on your thigh. One more time. Then we'll come up and we'll spiral the arm and the leg at the same time. Spiral, spiral. 2. For some reason, this side wants to go the opposite of my arm. Oh, 4. One more time. 5. Center and down. Woo, it's a good, nice amount of work for that shoulder there. Lift up, roll back. So I'm going to use the weights in my hands for this, which helps my shoulder blades drop down. Nice big, big, big shoulder blade circles. Let's add that spine movement. So as you go forward, you flex. As you lift up, you do a little extension, forward flex. Breathing. One more time. Good. Press the arms back. I'm sorry if you have arms on your chairs. That means you're going to have to lift your arms up to the side a little bit. So you can bring your arms up as high as you want, as long as you're not changing the way you're sitting, right? Your body stays up nice and tall, and your arms move backwards without changing, leaning forward, leaning back. 3 more, and 2, and 1, arms down. Spin the arms down here. 4 and 5, okay? Now we'll lift up and we'll spin the arms in the back. So lift up and spin the arms in the back. Make sure you can feel it all the way up in the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades spin around too. Last 2, last 1, and arms down. Good. Slowly roll down. Put your weight down on the floor. Cross your chest. Twist. Elbow towards the thigh. Come back up. Let's stay on the same side. Twist in, lower, and lift. Two more. Stay in that twisted position. Sit up, twist the other side, and down, and up, lower. 3, 2, last time. Ooh, those sides feel so different. Okay, so we're gonna do a little shoulder blade manipulation. So you're gonna shrug which slides the shoulder blades up, and then you're gonna let them drop. And then you're gonna retract them. So they'll go towards each other on your back, and that'll give you this opening here. And then they'll protract, so they'll go that way, okay? So my arms move because my shoulder blades are moving, not vice versa, okay? Shoulder blades up, shoulder blades down, they retract and they protract. Now you go up and down, retract, protract, lift up, down, retract, protract, up. This is your shoulder blades, down, retract, so they go backwards and then they protract. Yep, one more time. Up, down, retract, and protract, okay? Now let's see if we can smooth that out. It's not 4 different movements. It'll be kind of smooth, right? So up, down, back, forward, down, back, forward, up, down, back, forward. One more time. Up, down, back, and forward. Yes. Hands on the thighs. Grip the kneecaps with your fingers. Chest rises. Tiny back bend and curl. So we're doing a little seated cat-cow, right? Pull on the knee as you open up the chest. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Open and close. Good. Tap your toes. Lift, tap, lift, tap. Up, 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 up. Heels lift, heels lower. Heels lift, heels lower. Up. Your ankles spiral a little bit. So your heel spirals in slightly when that's totally normal. Up and down. Last 2. Last one. Back to taps. Tap in, tap out. Rotate your ankle socket in, ankle joint, and out. In, out. One more time, in and out. Good. Back to parallel, roll down, get your weights. Roll back up, lift your arms. Lift the right arm up, left arm down, side bend. Come back to sit. Press the weight from the side of the body up and over. Shoulder blade travels along the same line. So your shoulder blade's gonna lift on your back. Last 2, up and over. And then we'll change sides. Bend the elbow, press towards your head, side bend. So you can breathe any way you want. It can be an inhale or an exhale. Last 2. Whee! One more time. And over and up. Cross the weights across your chest. Elbows lifted. Curl forward. The option is to put the weights down for this if you don't want to use them. So you're going to curl forward toward your thighs and back up. So adding the weight just adds a little bit more intensity for the trunk muscles to move. And the lift. So you're restacking your spine. You're curling it forward and then restacking. From the side, looks like this. I roll down, I come back up. So I'm not going from my hip, right? It's spine, spine. Inhale, exhale. And if I press the weight into my body, then I don't have any strain in my shoulders, right? So if I just let the weights rest on my chest here, all right? Twist, down, up, other side, down, up. Adding the weight makes, for me anyway, it makes a big difference. Over, up, twist, over, and up, and center, okay? Arms here. Roll down, put your weights down. If you don't want to go to the floor, you can put them off on the table or something. I just like the rolling down and up. I like that flexibility and mobility. Bringing the body back up, cross the arms. So we're going to do it without weights first, and then we'll add weights. So we'll start small. So you're going to twist, curl, come around to the other knee, come up and over. Twist and curl and lift. So we're spiraling around. And then center. And now we'll go the other way. Okay. Resist moving your arms, right? Move your trunk. So this way, down, cross, up. You can go back a little bit if you want to. And I want my legs and my hips to stay relatively still. And up and center. Good. Drop the arms. Okay, little transition before we pick the weights up. Okay. So not everybody's comfortable with sit to stand. So you can use the edge of your chair, right? If you need to push into your chair to stand up, you can use the arms of your chair if you have arms, and go as whatever pace you want. You can go quickly, you can go slowly, whatever you want. So I'm going to do this position. I'm going to hinge forward, stand, and then hinge back and sit. So this is just my choice of where my arms are going. Again, you can use your chair if you need to push off the edge, okay? And then you put your hands back down on the edge if you need to. Here and here. Because eventually we're going to add the weight to all this stuff that we're doing. Here and stand. Here and sit. Up, stand. Hinge, sit. So we're hinging our knees and our ankles and our hips. And then we're folding again. Stay here. Okay. Let's add the weight to all of those exercises if you want. Okay. You can always use 1, 2 also. T-O-O. You can use one weight if you want, right? Okay. I'm going to use both. It just adds an extra oomph to the exercise. Roll down, come back up, cross the arms. So if you're not comfortable with both weights, just put one down and hold one. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Twist right, left, right elbow left, curl, go other way, lift up and come around. We'll do 5 each direction. I would not close your eyes because it might make you dizzy. One more. I hear all sorts of things going on back there. Twist the other way, come down, come across, come up. Spine's making all sorts of noises. Always put the weight down if you're not comfortable. Around, 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 and sit. Okay, here we go, sit to stand. If this is not happening, put them down. You can just do the curl forward if you want to continue to use the weight, but don't want to stand up, okay? So we're gonna hinge, stand, hinge, sit. So we're adding weight into the equation. Let's do 5, don't close your eyes, please. 2 more. 1 more time. Stand. And down. Good. Arms to your side. Easy. Roll towards the floor. Don't put the weights down though. We're just gonna stretch through the back. So roll towards the floor. Roll back up. Let's do 3 of these down. One more time. Let's leave them, leave the weights. And come back up. Yes. Scoot forward on your chair. Lean back into the chair. Let the hips kind of curl underneath you. So you're not flat spined and your ribs are popping out. You're gonna let the ribs come back in towards the back of your chair. Yes. And we're gonna take that right leg up and down. Now, you have the option to bend the knee, right? You can bend the knee, straighter lever, a little bit more work. 5, 4, 3, 2. You can also hold the side of your chair. 1 and down. It's a lot of quad work, a lot of front of the leg, other side. You can, again, you can do bent knee, right? Or straight leg, 5 times. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bend your knees, arms reach. Lift up to sit. Curl back almost all the way. Don't quite touch the back of the chair, come back up. So you have to curl your hips under you. Curl your hips under you. You almost touch the chair, then you sit back up. Tuck and curl. Come back up. Tuck and curl, stay here. Lift your arms up and down. 2, 1, sit back up. Your legs, they just want to fly off the floor, right? Let's let one leg do that, and we'll do it with a bent knee, okay? Tuck and curl. When the arms lift, this knee is going to come up. Up. 2, 3. Sit back up. Your option is to leave the leg on the floor if you don't want to do it. Tuck and curl. Lift for 3. Like you're picking your knee up. You're like a puppet. And back up. We good? Open your legs up. You're sitting towards the front of the chair. Lean on your legs. Chest forward, chest back. Chest forward, chest back. One more time. Chest forward, chest back. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Doing Pilates in the chair works the hip flexors quite a bit. So at some point we have to stand up and work the other side, right, of the body, not just the front. So we'll do one more set with this work in the front and then we're going to stand up. All right, arms in front. Curl back. Pretend like you have a string attached to your knees, so you lift and lower. Option is to try to do it with a straight leg. Sit back up. You don't have to do it with a straight leg. If your thigh just like cramps, then do it bent knee. Curl back. Lift. Up. 2, and 3. Good, sit back up and arms down. All right, let's stand. I'm gonna get my weights before I stand up. Then I don't have to bend over and get them. So I'll go get those and then stand. Those are gonna, whoops, go on my chair. I'm gonna bring you guys up a little higher. Hi. Let's see, are we in the middle? Kind of. To raise you a little bit. Water. Right, standing on the right side. You're going to stand slightly behind your chair. So when we're sitting, we're doing a lot of work in here in the hip flexors. So we want to try and target some of this stuff back here to balance out all this, right? All right, so I just tilted my chair a little bit, that's all. So from here, we're going to go backwards, but not straight back. You're going to go on kind of a little bit of an angle. So just, it's very ballerina-like, right? So body's going to stay very tall and you're just going to pick your foot up, tap your toe, squeeze your booty a little bit, and then come back to where you started. So it's not a lower back movement. It's not that, right? This all stays still here to here, here to here. It's pretty small, okay? So if you put your hand on your hip, you'll be able to tell if your pelvis is rolling. So keep your pelvis still. The abs will help you do that. If you draw them in a little bit, tap, center, back, center. So if you ever took ballet, you probably did hundreds of these, right? Where your heels come together and your toe goes behind you. Standing legs working nicely. Back, back, smile. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go into a turned out position. So your heels are together and you're going to do a little teeny plie. So your knees will go outward a little bit. Little teeny plie and stand. Your feet will stay flat. Little plie. Pull all the way up through the entire inner thigh area to come up to standing. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. Let's go to the other side. I would hang on to the chair. That's why in ballet class you have a bar, right? You use the bar to hold your balance and hold your body in place so that it's just the leg that moves. All right, hand on the hip, slightly to the back, point your toe, bring your heels back together, back together. Stand up very tall. You just need some classical music. And in. You want to be invisible, right? You want that leg moving without anything else moving. 3 more. 2, 1. Good. Back to heels together. Slight bend in the knees. And straighten. Bend. Three more. 2. and 1. Straight legs. Lift up your right heel. Your knee will bend. You'll be going up to the side. And put that foot down. Lift up your left heel. Bend your toes. Right heel. Left heel. Right. Left. One more time each side. Right. And left. So we're gonna try to peel the legs off the floor. Okay. So because the chair's on this side, we'll start with this leg. So you're gonna peel the heel up, but we're gonna go backwards. So you're gonna lift your knee back, back. So just my toes touch the floor, my heel stays lifted. 5 more. 3, 2, one more time. 1. Heel down, bend both knees for 5. Plie 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to try and hold the leg up there. If that's not possible for you, you have your other 2 options where you just tap behind you or your heel's lifted and you lift up. Third option is we're going to try and stay up there and kind of pulse back in the back of this hip here. Right back here where your butt crease is, right? Where your leg meets your booty. So heel lifts, knee slightly turned out, leg comes up, and you lift, lift, lift. Again, if that's not an option, put your foot back down, lift your leg back up. Try to keep your foot off the floor for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg in, heels together till slightly turned out. Bend the knees a little bit. Just 3 times. 3 and straighten. Good. Go back to the other side. So what we did for our shoulders earlier, we're doing now for our hips. Okay. Here we go. So this becomes your standing leg now. Your legs are turned out. Lift your heel up and down 5 times. One more time, 5, good. Heel lifts, weight transfers, lift. So just my toes touch the floor when I come back in, my knee is bent. My standing leg's kind of tired because it just did this on the other side. So now it has to hold us up one more time. In and down, okay? 3 short little bends, bend and straighten. 2, keeping those knees moving, 1. So option 1 is to tap behind you. Option 2 is to lift your heel, lift and put your leg back down. Third option is what we're gonna do now, which is to hold the leg up and suspend it in space while you lift and lower it. Heel comes up, bend your toes, lift, up. I'm going to try to stand up very tall. Nothing moves but my leg. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot down. Yes. 3 little plies for 3 and 2. 1. Good. Go back to a parallel foot position. Go ahead and kind of swivel your hips around, let your knees bend. Reverse. Great. All right, we're going to do some pull-ups using weight. Then we're going to do some planks. I'll give you options for the planks. Option one is to use the back of your chair, grab a weight. Okay. So if I'm on the right side of my chair, I have to think about this because everything I tell you is opposite of what it actually is for me. So my right leg is going to go forward and my left leg will go back behind me a little bit. Okay. Drop the arm down, lean forward at the hip a little bit and pull your elbow up and back. So it looks like this. Pull. Just a hinge. And you shouldn't be all the way down here, right? Just kind of a nice straight line between the top of your head and your back foot. Last two. Last one. Now, I want you to reach across and open. And I want you to add a little bit of a twist. Let's try that without a weight. Lean into it, come under you, go sideways. So if you looked at me from the side, my hips are going to twist a little and my hips are going to twist a little, right? So I reach under and I open. So I'm allowing this part of my body to move with me, but my feet are fixed. Okay, I'm adding weight. If you have a shoulder thing happening, I would leave the weight out. Okay, go under, open side. Go under. Let's do two more. Good, weight down. Keeping this leg forward, you're gonna push your hips to the front slightly. So you're gonna push your hips to the front, and then you're gonna bend and straighten this leg. So if you saw that from the side, if I'm standing like this, all I'm gonna do is kind of do this kind of tucky thing, right? Tuck, and then bend and straighten. Keeping those hips pushed under me a little bit. And you'll probably feel that in the back of that leg that's in the back. Three more. Last time. Good. And home. Great. Let's switch sides. Let's grab a weight. So now my left leg's forward. Pull up. Just kind of in a long, nice long straight line between the back heel and my head. Pull up. Height's not really important. It's just that you're pulling backwards toward the wall behind you. Let's do three more. Two and one. Put the weight down for a moment. Okay, twist across, open side. Let your hips move. One more time without the weight. Add the weight. Come across, open side. So you get this spiraling going on in your legs because your hips are moving, but your legs aren't. Three more. Over, open. Two. One more time. Across and back. Good. Put the weight down. Now your hips are gonna tuck under you, so you're gonna push your hips forward a little bit. And then you're gonna lean into that and back. Lean into it. Two more. One more time, forward and back. Bring your feet together. Good, let's do some planks. Top of the chair, arms of the chair, floor. You want to do them on the floor, go for it. If you want to do them against a wall, you can do that too, right? You just go to the wall. You put your hands down and you start to walk away. So you've got wall, chair, top, floor, if you want. Anybody going for the floor? Doesn't look like it. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna leave my chair facing this way. You guys can stand in front of your chair if you want. I'll end up with my booty in your face. We don't want that. So remember to make sure you space your hands out equally on the top of the chair. You don't want to have them on one side or the other so the chair can tip. So hands down. Let's just hold this for a second and get that nice little stretch in the back of the legs. Trying to find this 90-degree angle at my hip socket and nice, really long spine here. I'm picking up my tailbone. So just pick up your tailbone, which allows you to lengthen through the back of your legs. Good. Walk backwards. So if you're using the wall, good. If you're using the top of the chair, great. If you're using the floor, all the same rules apply no matter where you are. Strong arms, strong shoulder connection, strong shoulder blade connection, hips lower into a nice straight line. Your heels may or may not be up depending on your flexibility. Walk back in. Curl your spine. Come up to standing. Let's do a little internal core exercise from this bent over position. If you're using the wall, come back to your chair for this part and then you go back to your wall for your plank. So bend over and let your belly drop. Just let it fall, okay? And then from the inside, you're gonna exhale and start to pick up your flesh. So you lift and then you let it fall again. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, fall. So gravity, so kind, pulls the skin down towards the floor and you from the inside are gonna pick it back up. Inhale. And my spine doesn't move while I do this. My spine stays still. Belly drops, belly lifts. One more time, belly drops, belly lifts, and then you round up to standing. Okay, we're gonna go back, get out of your wrists for a second. Circle. Reverse. Yep. You're going to go back to whatever your preferred position is, whether it's chair, wall, floor, back to plank. Scapula needs to stay connected to your body. Don't let it wing away from you when you get back to your plank position. Hands down, belly lifts. Walk away. Find your plank. Keep lifting that belly as you breathe. One more breath cycle. Walk back in. And round up to standing. Good. Roll down, pick up one of your weights. Come back up. Let's stand behind the chair. Just hold the weight in your left hand, take your right hand, bring it in front of the chair, and then lift up and twist back a little bit. So we're just gonna do a little upper back extension. You don't have to hold this now if you don't want to, right? So, and I'm gonna let my hips kind of twist off to the side. And I might even let my left hip come towards the chair as I do it. So I lift my arm, my left hip comes towards the chair, touches it, comes back in. So we're going into this kind of Y position from the shoulder. This is without weight. Okay, we're gonna add weight in a second. And then what if we did that? What if we came around and then we pushed the hip forward and opened, and then we reached across and over the edge of the chair? What if? So as I reach across, right, my hip goes to the chair, and then when I reach across, my hips go away, okay? So if your shoulder's okay with that, this is an awkward position, right? It's a really long reach away position. Let's add a weight. You'll know right away if it doesn't look good, okay? So you're looking for this long back line from the edge of the shoulder blade down across to the hip. That's what's gonna help you pick that arm up, okay? All right, here we go. Away, hip goes towards the chair. Let's not drop over the side yet. Do 5 of these. 2. Hip into the chair. 3. So you got a little back extension too. 4. One more time. 5. Let's add the reach over the side of the chair. If you want, over, reach, down, come up, reach away. Pretty much a flat back on the lift. So you're not rounding up. Whee, one more time. And up and down. Test the other side. No weight. Back hip to the chair. 3 times. Then 3 going over the side and up. Flat spine. Good, let's add the weight. No bending over the first time. 5 of these, hip to chair. Inhale. That's my suggestion. 4. 5. Ready to add the reach over the side. Keep your eyes open. Lift. 3. Always holding on. 4. 5. Yes. And down. Oops. Hands on the back. Walk away a little bit. Walk through your feet. Lift, lift. And then round your back from here. And then push down into the chair so it can't fall backwards or forwards. So you push straight down and then lift up to extension. And then pull your ribs back, exhale. And then bring your ribs forward, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And then straighten your spine out. Take your hands off. Bring your hands together. Lace your fingers. If you want to bring your hands forward to stretch your fingers. And then turn them around the other way. And then if you have the flexibility, arms come up. You still got your fingers laced together. Arms down, release them, lace your fingers behind you if you can. Elbows can be bent. And then start to open across the shoulders. And then maybe straighten your elbows if you can. Spine will kind of pop forward for that. Good. Start to release the hands. Boom. Woo! All done.